Hi, it's Louisiana Conservatarian. I'm back again. Just got the mail. Got a bill. A bill from hospital. My wife has a chronic condition that requires occasional MRIs. I decided I'd look at the report. Technically, it's not a bill, I guess. $3,700. $3,700 for an MRI. Why does that cost so much? I mean, don't get me started. I started to think about it, and I think all of us need to start thinking about it when you get these statements. Do the math. $3,700. I decided to contact a friend of mine who works in the hospital. I said, how many MRIs do you think roughly per day is happening in your hospital? She said 8 to 10. So I got my calculator out and I started doing the math. Let's say 8 every day, 365 days a year, charging $3,700. According to my math, that works out to 29,000 plus per day, or let's see here, 10.8 million a year. Okay, so then you say, well, of course the machine costs a lot of money. Yeah, it does. I looked into that. It costs anywhere from $1 to $3 million for a really good machine. It could be less. So then I said, okay, well, let's just take in the cost of the machine. Let's say they're going to pay it off in that first year, which they could easily do. Let's say they have 10 people to operate the machine, do housekeeping, administrative work, that sort of thing. 10 people for one machine. I thought that was reasonable. Let's say they get $100,000 in total compensation per year. That's benefits, everything. Some will make more, some will make less. So that's $1 million. Keep doing the math. Well, of course, there's going to be electricity involved and some other things. So I said, okay, $500,000 on that, $500,000. I think that's reasonable to estimate that. So after you take all those things out, you come up with $5.8 million. $5.8 million extra. Where does that go? Where does that go? I don't know. And then you think, sometimes the insurance companies don't pay the full amount. In fact, mine didn't. But even at a 50% discount, if that's what if the insurance only paid 50%, that's still what, $2.5 million extra money. $2.5 million. Where does that go? I mean, is that paying for other departments? Sometimes they lose money on some things, so this helps make up the difference in that. I don't know. But my point is, we need to start asking those questions as consumers. Healthcare has gotten out of control. These costs are insane. And we're like an Animal House or at the initiation ceremony. We just bend over and get spanked and say, thank you, sir, let me have another. Thank you, sir, give me another. We're just continuing to get spanked and we don't do anything or say anything about it. And then, of course, this Congress says, oh, we're going to do things to help reduce cost. Baloney. This is insane. These kinds of costs, and I don't know where all that money goes. Then I saw some of the salaries of health insurance companies, like the CEOs, making between $10 and $40 million a year. How could someone be worth that much for running an insurance company? Now, let's be clear. I'm a free market guy. I don't want to control people's salaries. But if those are publicly owned companies, where are the shareholders? Why aren't they saying, hey, hold on a minute, pal, maybe you shouldn't be getting paid so much? Why do you think and premiums are so high? They want to say, medical costs, those MRIs are pretty expensive. Do the math. Look, I'm not making any accusations. I don't really have the answers to these questions, but I am asking questions. And I'm asking all you to ask questions. This healthcare cost thing is just insane, and it's going out of control. Anyway, like I said, don't get me started. I could keep going, but I won't. But I think all of you should start asking questions of your insurance company, of your hospitals. Where does all this money go? It's not right. It's insane. Anyway, if you want to hear more opinions like this, I have other videos on this channel, but I also host a radio program on Village Connection Radio called the Louisiana Conservatarian. Airs every Saturday, and that's where we talk about issues like this with people that know what they're talking about. They're ordinary folks like just you and I, but they have definite opinions, and it's worth it to hear what they have to say. So I hope you join us on those broadcasts. And thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I hope you found this interesting. Leave me some comments. Answer my question. Where does that money go? If you have the answer, I'd love to hear it. Until then, this is the Louisiana Conservatarian. My time's up. I thank you for yours.